Hey, Trey Veston here with another fun range video. My little intro to the video is, I think it's like manly man stuff in the Northwest, or manly man fun in the Northwest with Trey Veston. Yeah, it's kind of alludes to the non-seriousness of my videos. I'm not a professional, not a tactical ninja guy. I grew up in Idaho shooting. I'm former military, but not tactical stuff. I was a 12 Bravo in the Army National Guard, and then a aviation structural tech in the U.S. Navy, and I was on a crisis response team in the U.S. Navy on a little top secret base in the Pacific Ocean. Won't tell you where, so then I'd have to kill you. Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, so like guns, grew up in Idaho. My dad was a professional big game hunter, still is. He owned a series of gun shops in Idaho. And so he gave me my first gun when I believe I was 10 or 11. It was a Browning BLR 22, grade 2. Loved it, and I actually wore it out when I got into my 20s, shooting jackrabbits down in southern Idaho. Stepdad was he's retired now. He's chief of police of an Idaho town and FBI Academy graduate, and member of the Idaho Post Academy Board of Directors. He's a good guy. Brother's a detective now locally. I do corporate security. I'm changing over. I'm going to be getting out of that because I'm getting burnt out working 12-hour shifts in graveyard. So I'm going to go to a different area of the same company. But anyway, like I'm saying, I'm not a professional. I like guns. I like shooting them. And so my videos are just things that interest me. It's not to sit here and teach you anything. It's just to show you what I'm doing that I enjoy. And so I hope you don't think that I'm trying to say this is the only way you do something, and that all these other ways are better or not as good or whatever, or if I do something that's not quite right, if my fingers are not in the right position. Yeah, I've been to gun sight, I've been to some academies, law enforcement academies, military, but that was like 20 years ago. So anyway, I'm just having fun. So please be gentle. I'm not pretending to be a super smart tactical ninja operator guy. This is one of the few black shirts I own. So, and I don't have any tattoos despite all my military service. So what we're going to do at the range today is something that's, I think, is going to be interesting. The big debate about 9mm versus 40 Smith & Wesson recoil. And I haven't seen, I guess there's been some videos, but I haven't seen a video about the new Gen 5 G23 40 Smith & Wesson. It's supposedly it has reduced recoil. I happen to own one. It's a great pistol. I've got Dawson precision sights on it. Otherwise, it's stock. Great gun. So recoil on it. I've never been recoil sensitive. I'm sorry, I don't understand a lot of the arguments. The only pistol that I've shot, the only two pistols I've shot that I've actually noticed recoil is the XDS 40. That hurts with defensive loads. I've got a Pacmar sleeve grip on it to help it, and I don't carry it anymore just because it's 6 rounds. And I have a SIG 9mm P365 that has 12 rounds, same size. So there you go. So we're going to shoot the 40, the Gen 5, and we're going to compare it to a Gen 5 G19 9mm and see if we can detect the recoil difference. Now this has a Burris Fast Fire 3 red dot on it, so there's a little bit of extra weight, but not much. I think it'll be close enough that it won't skew the results too much. And we're also going to shoot a Gen 4 G23, and it of course has the thinner slide than the Gen 5. We'll see if you can tell in the camera that there's a bit of difference between those. The Gen 5 is definitely a fatter slide, and because it has more mass, it supposedly reduces recoil. So we'll see. We'll shoot them side by side. Rounds we're going to use, tried to find commercial rounds that are smaller, comparable. Blazer brass, 9mm, 115 grain. That's pretty much the smallest normal commercial loading as far as bullet size. And then the others are American Eagle, 40 Smith & Wesson with 155 grain full metal jackets for both of those. So 155 grain is usually about the smallest commercially available bullets you'll find off the shelf. So should be a good comparison. So we'll stop blabbing. We'll get to the range. And how we're going to do this, I think if we mount the camera sideways and we show the gun and we shoot and we try and figure out, you know, okay, this gun's going to flip up this much, and, you know, this pistol's going to flip up even a little bit more. We'll see if we can't mess with some slow motion stuff and get, see if we can't tell if there's any difference in recoil, and I'll give my thoughts on how each one feels. And we'll have the same amount of rounds in each one, 5 rounds, shoot 5 rounds, and see if we can't tell, or maybe I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll have fun. Like I said, I'm not professional, not a tactical guy, but we'll just shoot and see if we can tell the difference, and should be fun. Alrighty, Trey Veston, we'll see you at the range. Alrighty, Trey Veston here in the beautiful Idaho woods, and we're doing the recoil test between 3 different pistols. We've got a Gen 5 G23, it's 40 Smith & Wesson, Gen 4 G23, 40 Smith & Wesson, and the G19 Gen 5 MOS. We'll be shooting the Federals, 155 grain for the 40s, and the Blazer Brass, 115 grain for the 9. And we're going to try and get a little rig set up here to measure, see if we can't figure out how to measure recoil, how much the pistols jump. And just want to, I'll promote my book. I actually wrote this a year or so ago. It's a murder mystery, and it's actually pretty good, I've been told. It's available on Amazon, and yep, it's about my main character, Justin Tanner, who's a U.S. Forest Service LEO, and it's a murder mystery, and it's based on where I grew up in Idaho, so it's very interesting. So check it out on Amazon. Just do a search for Trey Veston Courts and pick that up. I think it's free if you've got the Kindle download, and it's like $11 for a paperback. So anyway, let's start shooting. Alrighty, recoil test number 1, Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, 115 grain. And let's try it again. And I'm not holding on real tight, just enough not to limp wrist it. Okay. Now, let's do a Gen 5 G23, 155 grain American Eagles. Nope, I think there's going to be more recoil. Yeah, that I can tell a difference. Okay, and we'll see if that reduced the recoil over the Gen 4 G23, which they say it should, but let's find out. I don't tell much of a difference. Okay, there's 5 shots each. I'll have to slow down the video and see what we see.